everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Laura Annette, and today we are going to be talking about before and after transformation. I want to really quick send a big shout out to Dossier. It's actually a fragrance company. They reached out and sent me a couple of their scents, and they specialize in bringing people the affordable version of the scents we love, like the really expensive, really delicious scents that we love, but they bring it to us. Same thing from what they say. I mean, I'll smell it and I'll see, but from what they say, it's the same thing and it smells expensive. You're just not paying through the nose. I will try them on camera with you guys in just a second when it's kind of on topic. It's highly likely that you either A, have already gone through a major transformation, B, you are planning to undergo a major transformation in your life, or C, you're in the process right now of transforming your entire life. I have 5 things that I want to talk about that stand out to me when I consider my personal transformation. The first difference in my transformation, and I'd say it's probably the most outstanding, is me going from 215 pounds to 160 pounds. Probably the most shocking piece about losing that much weight is the difference in the way that you're treated by others, even friends and family, honestly. I go back and forth between, are people treating you different because of the weight, or are people treating you different because of how you are at that weight? Yeah, I'm really curious to know what you think. Leave a comment below. Do you think that people I'm talking friends, family, guys, strangers, do you think that people treat you different because of what they see, or do you think that people treat you different because you're different at that weight? What do you think? Where I am now, I truly believe that I carried myself differently at 215 compared to how I carry myself now. And the way that I carry myself is going to affect the way that I'm treated by other people. Obviously, I'm the same person. So even when I was 215 pounds, I would get hollered at and stuff like that. And people would ask me out on dates. I was in a relationship, a very serious, committed relationship with a great, handsome guy. But I will still say the caliber of man was different. It was a smaller pool, whereas now it's a much broader pool of people that will try to come talk to me. So it'll be variety of races now, different tax brackets, a variety of ages now. I get guys much younger than me trying to talk to me. I get guys much older than me trying to talk to me. It's just much more variety now than it was then. It seems like when it comes to female friends, more people want to get to know you. Again, it could be just the way that I carry myself now. Maybe I seem like I have more fun now compared to who I was then. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I really want to hear your thoughts, of course. I want to hear your thoughts, but this is kind of the conclusion that I've come to. The second piece that stands out to me in my transformation is the self-value. In a lot of ways, I can give full credit to the way that I care for myself when it comes to my transformation. If I bought you a $50,000 diamond ring, the way that you manage and take care of that diamond ring is going to be different than if I bought you a $50 ring. So if I buy you a $50 ring, you might say, oh, that's really sweet, that's really nice, I like it, it's great. But the way that you care for that ring and consider that ring in your mind and in your heart is going to be way different than if I bought you a $50,000 ring. Why? Why is it going to be different? Why are you going to care about that $50 ring different from the way that you care about the $50,000 ring? It's your perceived value. In your mind, the $50,000 ring is far more valuable. So the way that you treat that $50,000 ring is going to be way different than the way you treat the $50 ring. It's the exact same thing when it comes to perceived value of self. The perceived value that you have for yourself is going to determine how well you care for yourself. My perceived value went down the hole. Like, I didn't want to go buy any new clothes. I didn't have anything to put on. I didn't want to go outside. Grooming, I mean, other than showering, that was pretty much the extent of my self-care. I felt that I was not in a position to deserve it. I did not see myself in that way. I did not care for myself like a $50,000 ring. You know, I barely cared for myself like a $50 ring. I didn't treat myself as if I was precious or valuable. Now, I place a high importance on self-care, and it has a lot to do with my perceived value. My life is self-care, really. This is not an exaggeration. Like, my entire life is self-care. That's why for so long my business was called Take Care with Laura Annette. That's why I gave it that name, because I realized that, you know, if you value yourself, you're going to take care of yourself. If it's something you value, you're going to take good care of it. When it comes to self-care, we're not just talking about, do you have a Sunday routine here? You know what I mean? Like, we're talking about all the things that is taking good care of yourself. So that's spiritually, mentally, physically, and everything else, like your environment, your home, everything. I think right now is a really good time to mention Dossier and to just open these boxes and to sniff them and smell them, because I love it when brands reach out that are aligned with my way of taking good care of myself. I'm gonna start with, so this one, you guys, don't judge me, okay? You're gonna be like, of course she got baccarat. There's a little card in here, and it talks about the scent itself, like the different notes, the top notes, middle notes, and base notes. It talks about which perfume it's inspired by. This one is the Baccarat Rouge 540. Dossier's version of the Baccarat is called Ambery Saffron. It has the top notes of saffron and orange blossom, the middle notes of jasmine, plum, and cedarwood, and then base notes of oak moss, fir balsam, and amber. You guys, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm about to spray some on me. So this is my first time smelling this, and you guys, you get a lot. Like, they give you a lot. This smells so good. I'm about to spray it on me. Ooh. Oh my God, you guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, you guys, oh my God. Oh my God. You guys, this smells so damn good. This smells so damn good. Actually, you guys know I get excited when I start saying you guys a lot. The thing about Baccarat, and it's the same exact thing with the Dossier version, is it's unisex. So this can be worn by women and men. One of my social media friends who loves perfumes, and she's like the queen of perfumes and expensive scents, I reached out to her and asked her, you know, hey, what should I ask them to send me? And she said, oh my God, girl, you have to get the Tom Ford Lost Cherry. She's one of us. She loves expensive scents. She's very feminine. She's very high class, high value woman, so I trust her scent. How do you cleanse your nose palette without coffee beans? So like I said, this one is inspired by Tom Ford Lost Cherry, and it has top notes of cherry, almond, which, ooh, y'all, I love almond. I'm actually obsessed with almond scent, really. So it has cherry, almond, cinnamon in the top notes. The middle notes are cloves, rose, I love rose too, jasmine, and plum. And then the base notes, Peru balsam, tonka bean, and vanilla. Oh, this is, so just by reading this is a very feminine scent. We've got vanilla, rose, and almond, and then some of that cherry. These are all very feminine scents, but all in one like this. Like, I'm super excited about giving this a go. Just through smelling it from the bottle, it smells very pretty. Ooh, oh my God, interesting. I have to like put the Baccarat arm way down here. Oh my goodness, this smells so good. Lovely, lovely. And it smells expensive. In fact, Bruh, why does it smell so expensive? How are they getting away with these prices? These smell actually fucking expensive. You already know that this Tom Ford one smells amazing, very feminine, very sexy. It's so soft. It's such a sweet, like this is such a sweet, feminine scent. You want to get the Oriental Cherry. I'm gonna have this all linked. I might have a coupon code for you down there, baby girl. But everything's gonna be linked in the description box below. I wanna say the Baccarat inspired one is $60, and then the Tom Ford inspired one is $50, is my guess. Don't quote me on that one. Like I said, just click the link below and you'll be able to find out exactly what it is. But baby, I swear, these do not smell like $50 and $60 perfumes. I wanted to mention that while I talk about the piece of self-care and self-worth and self-value, because yes, you do need to invest a lot of time, effort, energy, and money into caring for yourself. You are everything and you deserve everything, and you need to be treated with kid gloves. You need to treat yourself so tenderly and kindly and sweetly, and just take excellent care of yourself, like baby yourself. Baby yourself. And yes, you should smell expensive too. My third area of transformation is in money and career. So before, when I was 215 pounds, I was in a relationship and I, was in love. In the beginning of this relationship, I was managing a women's dress shop. It's what I had been doing for a while. We moved in together and then we moved to Atlanta, and I left my job. He said, yeah, he would take care of everything. And so he was the breadwinner and I helped him with his business. And yeah, I pretty much had no money. With the side hustle that I did at that time, I think I was making somewhere around $300 a week. A little over $1,000 a month was all the money that I had. Full transparency, trying to get more comfortable with talking about the money piece on my channel and with you guys. Like I said, I know that it's a very, very important aspect of transformation. So that's why I am starting to breach the topic on my channel, and I will be talking about it more and more. But I went from that financial space, not being super wise with my money, not really earning very much money at all, to having a much higher financial literacy. Now I have a financial advisor. I make close to 6 figures. Let's stop there. Yes, like this year I made some of the most money I've ever made, honestly, in my life. And yeah, I'm incredibly grateful for that. Even before I left my job, I wasn't working doing the things that I absolutely love to do. Like, yes, at the time I would say, well, hey, I get paid to play dress up all day, which is true. And I do love clothes and fashion and stuff like that, but it wasn't my passion. I didn't feel like the best of my gifts were being used. I didn't feel like I was serving the world in the best way that I could. Now, all of the work that I do it in service. I do it to help other people, when they're down, when they're out, when they're most in need. Everything that I do now is from that perspective. It's using my gifts and talents and skills, the things that I'm passionate about, the things that I love, to make some of the best money I've ever made in my entire life. Makes a huge difference in well-being and personal fulfillment. The fourth big piece of my transformation is my close relationships. Oh, vast transformation. Like I said, I was in a relationship, handsome, amazing, wonderful dude that I really did love. But another thing I haven't really ever talked about, right? There were elements of that relationship that I should not have tolerated. Let's just put it that way. A lot of them were financially related. My female relationships at that time, my best friend, who I had been best friends with for 8 years, was an energy suck on me, and she was a complete emotional drain on me, and that was what our friendship was founded on. To be on the phone for 4 hours sometimes and listen to a person on repeat say their problem over and over again, and then not even ask you how your day was before you get off the phone. In my mind, this was okay. This is how I treated myself. So I was in a relationship with a guy who I was accepting and tolerating things that I should not have been accepting and tolerating. Who am I talking to? I was in a best friendship with a girl who I was just not being fulfilled. I was not being fed anything. It was not feeding my spirit, my soul. It was not a healthy relationship whatsoever to me. Another wonderful person, like, this is no knock on these people, another wonderful person, but that's just where they were, and I did not have any self-value or boundaries set up to protect myself. My parental relationships, oh my God, like, I did not make decisions for myself at all. My mentors at the time and my parents, and whatever they said do is the things that I would do. Now, yes, granted, some of the things it did save me, because I was actually gonna marry that guy, and my dad specifically said, can you wait a little bit? I ended up listening to my dad and waiting, and thank God I did, because that was not the right person for me. I had no boundaries. I had absolutely no boundaries. This was the theme of all of my relationships. I had very little respect for my personal opinions, thoughts, what I wanted in terms of direction for my life. I did not give myself the space to live as me, to live as Laura Annette. It was a lot of resentment in practically every relationship. We have to remember that the core of resentment is self. Like, we're upset because we're not taking up for ourselves. And listen, if you don't take up for yourself, the people around you, they're not gonna force you to. Even if they are lovely people, it's up to you. It's your responsibility to hold the line, to set those boundaries, and to maintain them. Needless to say, I did get out of that unhealthy relationship, and that toxic friendship has been over. That was an interesting ending. By the way, one day I'll tell the full story. But the toxic friendship, thank God, is over with. Boundaries, a huge piece of who I am now today. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people did have to get cut out. Family, like, people that I was close with, cousins that I had a really close relationship with, I had to end those relationships. Some mentorships I had to be ended. Some of the people I am still friends with, and some family members I am still close with, but those conversations had to be held. In the beginning of my transformation, when I said, you know what, fuck everybody, and I don't really curse that much, but that's what I had to say. Like, I had to take on this mentality of fuck everybody. It's about me. It's about what I want. It's about what's best for me and taking care of me. And that was my first grand act of looking after myself and setting boundaries and taking care of me. Now, very healthy relationships with female friends. It's wonderful, and I feel so blessed because I have met some amazing women who I love and who love me. Very healthy relationships with men. I'm not in a romantic relationship at this moment, but the relationships that I do have with men when I am dating are so much more healthy. Honestly, these days I don't even have to worry about like not tolerating certain things because I just don't get brought the bullshit anymore. So the last part of my transformation that I want to talk about today is quite honestly the most important part, because it's what everything truly stems from, and it is my spiritual transformation. I'm gonna try to get through this without crying. Before the transformation, I did not feel connected spiritually. One of the first things that I did when I set out on this transformation journey was I got reconnected spiritually, remembering that God is always with me, that God made me for more, that God required more of me, and that God required me to see myself for who I truly was. I remember that in the beginning of my walk, I called my mom and I told her, in the beginning of my transformation, this is when I was actually over 215 pounds. I called my mom up and I said to her, I know that God blessed me with the pits. I've been blessed with 215 pounds. I've been blessed with being broke. I've been blessed with being depressed. He's gonna show me my power. I'm gonna get out of this, and then I'll be able to help other people do the exact same thing. And that's exactly what I told my mom. I remember very specifically, and I didn't have a YouTube channel. I didn't have any of this. I didn't go to coaching school, none of the, at that time. I didn't even have a job at that time. I didn't even have a job at that time. I didn't know how, but I just knew that I was blessed with the pits because I knew that I was going to find a way. I knew that I was going to be given a roadmap that I can turn around and share with others, and that I can turn around and help other people out of the pits. In every way that you look at this thing, the spiritual piece is truly the foundation of this entire transformation. The deeper I dive into knowing who I am, being still, talking to God, meditating, learning how to be present, learning just to be myself, accepting that I am made for more, accepting that I am a powerful being. I had to accept it. It's like you have to get to this point where you have to just accept that you are a powerful, wonderfully made human being. And once you get to that point, there is no stopping you. There's no stopping you. We're all a work in progress. And so I am still working on this, but every single day I remind myself of who I am, and I connect. I make it a priority to stay connected to God, to stay connected spiritually. Thank you so much to Dossier for collaborating with me on this video. You guys go right now in the description box below, click that link, check out the scents. You guys will not regret it, okay? Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up right now. That helps me hugely, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and always remember to take care of yourself. See you next time.